In a competitive industry like ours, knowing the technical terms is only half the battle. You have to know how to communicate them. Welcome back to Plastic Farm Tech. Today we are looking at a complete mock interview sheet for production officers. We will cover everything from documentation to process validation to help you stand out from other candidates. When an interviewer asks what is production, they are not looking for a textbook answer. They want to know if you understand the responsibility. You should explain that production is the synchronized effort of manpower, machinery, and materials to create a quality product. Production is the department responsible for manufacturing plastic or pharmaceutical products according to approved procedures, GMP requirements, and quality standards. In our industry, production is nothing without quality. You are responsible for ensuring every batch follows SOPs and GMP guidelines. You must oversee in process quality checks and ensure documentation is accurate and real time. You are the guardian of the shop floor. This means ensuring all operators use PPE, that is personal protective equipment, maintaining a hazard-free environment, and following safety protocols to prevent accidents. The responsibilities of a production officers are manufacturing line clearance, batch documentation, equipment operation, manpower handling, and ensuring GMP compliance. Now we are moving into the most critical topic for any production officer, that is GMP. If you are working in pharma or high-end plastic manufacturing, GMP is not just a set of rules. It is the foundation of everything we do. Let's define what it actually stands for and why it's the first thing an interviewer will test you on. The definition of good manufacturing practice, that is GMP, is a system that ensures products are consistently produced and controlled according to quality standards. If you want to show an interviewer that you are a detail-oriented production officer, you must master the concept of line clearance. It is not just a cleaning check, it is a systematic verification that ensures no labels, materials, or residues from a previous run remain to contaminate the next one. Line clearance is the documented process of ensuring that the production area, equipment, and materials are clean, free from previous product residues and documents, and ready for the next batch. Now we are looking at the golden document of the pharmaceutical and plastic industries, the batch manufacturing record, that is BMR. If it is not in the BMR, it did not happen. Let's discuss why this document is your best friend and your biggest responsibility as a production officer. Batch manufacturing record, that is BMR, is a document containing complete manufacturing details of a batch. Once a product is manufactured, the job is not over. We now move to to the batch packing record or BPR. While the BMR covers how the product was made, the BPR is the document that proves it was packaged correctly and labeled accurately. Let's look at the why this is the final guard against product mix-ups. Batch packing record or BPR is a document that records all packaging activities of a batch. An interviewer might ask you, what would you do if a process is not working as expected? Your answer should always involve the SOP. In this slide, I am going to give you a professional definition of an SOP that proves you are a disciplined officer who never takes shortcuts. Standard Operating Procedure or SOP is a written instruction describing how to perform a specific task correctly and consistently. Quality should not be a surprise at the end of a batch. It should be guaranteed during the process. That is the role of the in-process check or IPC. Let's talk about how these checks allow a production officer to monitor the health of a run in real time. In-process check or IPC is the monitoring and testing of products during manufacturing to ensure they meet specifications. What happens when one product is contaminated by another? That is the essence of cross-contamination. As a production officer, your job is to create a barrier between different batches. Let's discuss how to define this threat and specific ways we control it on the shop floor. Cross-contamination is the unwanted transfer of one product or material into another product. An interviewer will almost certainly ask, what would you do if a machine setting was different from the BMR? Your answer must be report a deviation. Today I am going to show you how to explain this process so the interviewer knows you are a disciplined officer who prioritizes compliance over shortcuts. Deviation is any unplanned departure from an approved procedure, process, specification, or standard. We have talked about processes and documents, but what about the tools we use? This brings us to equipment calibration. In an interview, you need to show that you understand why we cannot just trust a machine's display blindly. Let's discuss how calibration ensures that 10 kg on the screen is actually 10 kg in the container. Calibration is the process of comparing and adjusting an instrument against a certified standard to ensure accurate and reliable results. Now we are moving to a high-level concept that separates a junior officer from a senior professional. That is process validation. In an interview, they want to know if you understand that quality is not an accident. It is a design. Validation is how we prove that our process will consistently produce the same high quality result batch after batch. Process validation is a documented evidence that a manufacturing process consistently produces products meeting predetermined specifications. If an interviewer asks, why do you think documentation is important? They are testing your discipline. They want to know if you are someone who takes shortcuts or someone who follows the law. Today I will show you how to explain documentation as the legal voice of the production floor. Proper documentation ensures traceability, regulatory compliance, product quality, and data integrity. When an interviewer asks about GTP, they are checking if you understand that documentation is the legal evidence of quality. In pharma, we say if it is not written down, it never happened. Good documentation practice or GTP ensures that records are accurate, legible, contemporaneous, original, and attributable, ensuring data integrity and regulatory compliance. We have covered the technical how to, but now we get to the heart of the interview. Why do you want this job? This is your chance to show the interviewer that you are not just looking for any job, you are looking for a career in production. As a production officer, you are responsible for products that help people, whether it is a medical device or a critical plastic component. Let's look at how to answer this by connecting your personal goals with the goals of the company. I want to work as a production officer because I enjoy manufacturing operations, maintaining GMP compliance, ensuring product quality, and contributing to efficient plastics or pharmaceutical productions. That concludes our guide on production officer interview essentials. Thank you for your time today. My goal is to help you bridge the gap between classroom theory and real world shop floor practice. Don't forget to check out our other videos on SOPs and GMP. Until next time, keep learning and stay compliant.